This video was designed and created to make you think. The topic is about the word race, and in particular, is there really such a thing as race? Or is it a made-up idea to serve some type of purpose? When did the term arise? Was this word used since the beginning of humans? We will let you decide. It is a hot button issue that gets many people hot under their collar. Don't believe me? Just ask somebody to talk about race and look at the reaction of the people in the room. It was a very touchy subject that has bubbled back to the top of our society as of late. Let's take a couple of looks at the definitions of the word race from a biological standpoint and a sociological standpoint. As we can easily see from some of these definitions on the screen, they do not line up with one another. From the biological standpoint, there is no such thing as race as has been discovered through the use and creation of the Human Genome Project. But from a sociological standpoint, race is very real, based particularly upon the use of phenotypical features. For example, your skin color. Let's take a closer look at these definitions. Sociologists see race and ethnicity as social constructs, meaning based upon how you look, how you may talk or act, we will group you with these particular people. When biologically speaking, all human beings are 99.9% the same, DNA-wise, as found out from the Human Genome Project. Again, what is the purpose of having a social construct of a word or idea versus the true scientific fact that all human beings are virtually the same? So in other words, just because you may have black skin, white skin, what we call yellow skin or red skin, does not mean that you are inferior or superior to any other human being on this planet. So again, the question is, what was the purpose of creating a social construct? Was it for something of a positive nature? Was it of something of a negative nature? I believe in 2016 we can easily see that based on all these definitions and other pieces of info that have graced your screen, the idea that race is a social construct has not and will not be used as a positive force on this earth. As we look at a few of the updates of the census in this country throughout the last couple of 100 years, we can see that race has changed a lot from it strictly being a black and white issue to over time in the early 1900s starting to include Hispanics or Latino descent Americans, and going from different versions of Negro to black to African American to also including Indian and various Asiatic peoples. So again, if we are all the same, DNA speaking, 99.9% the same, what is the true purpose of breaking us down as human beings into phenotypical groups? As we saw earlier, it would be better to place us into groups based on ethnicities or cultures. But as we can see in this country, the census is the main culprit for confusing those two ideas. Ethnicity and race, because of the census, has overlapped, and in these recent years carry the same meaning to most people. But these are social construct ideas. Wouldn't it be better if we just looked at each other as human beings, and in this country in particular, look at each other as all Americans being of the same family? This would solve a lot of our problems. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed it and I have given you something to think about. Peace.